嘈杂的声音，它把我叫醒。在这城市里，我仿佛大梦初醒，不用再逞强。
So that was my first time ordering the food at the Pies. The server asked me that, "You want for here to go?" I didn't know what that meant. "Can you say that again?" I asked. "You want your food for here to go." I still did not get the point. So I remember there were a long line waiting after me. My face blushed, and I just laughed. One day, when I just ended my conversation with my Chinese roommate, one of the sweet maid Mandy came to my side and said, "I can only understand Sephora and Foundation." So it was the first time that I realized speaking my native language was not very appropriate here. But I hate to admit, I'm not fluent in English, and Chinese is my last comfort zone here.
My name is Nathan, and I go to school at UC Santa Barbara. I've been here in the States for roughly 2 years now. I'm majoring in computer science and statistical science.
Hi, my name is Jocelyn. I was born in the US. I'm a human development major and I graduated from UCSD in June 2018.
My name is Jingshan Wei. I come from China and I am currently studying in University of Pennsylvania in System Engineering program. I feel like the United States have a really good higher education, but at the same time, they have a really bad public transportation. Because I live in California, it's like everyone has to have a car.
I would say, I think America is a very diverse country. It has many cultures from almost everywhere in the world.
It's so diverse, especially in California and San Diego. I like how all the cultures come together and how you can learn from each other.
A really big town. So I used to live in San Diego. San Diego is pretty a big city in the United States, but for me, I still feel like it's not a city enough. Let's call it a big town.
It's 2 years ago when I came to this country. I was just myself alone, carrying two huge suitcases, walking on the street where there was nobody else, it was very dark outside. And I read news about all those terrible gun shootings happening in America, so my first impression to the US was unsafe.
I am from China. The biggest difference I feel is the food, I guess. Because personally, I don't like fast food, but I feel like every event in my school, the free food is pizza. I'm like, okay.
I identify as a member of LGBTQ community. There will be a lot of LGBTQ movement or activities going on in this country, like in America. At least would be more than what we have in China. But instead, I find that the LGBTQ things is more active in China now. Of course, there's a lot of gay bars in America. Like I've been to Castro, I've been to West Hollywood. The gays think they're very crazy, but just like just in the gay in the LGBTQ movement, that kind of sense, on that level, I would say China is more active on that.
During my daily life, I feel like the interesting observation is it's so hard to get the hot water in restaurants, unless it's an Asian restaurant. I feel like every time like I ask for the hot water in the restaurant, they are like, "Are you asking for boiling water?"
honestly, Americans are more welcoming to international students from Europe. I don't know why, but they just kind of do. I would say that's kind of like what I felt about culture shock. They're very curious about what happens in Europe, compared with how much they care about what is happening in China. Because I think maybe there are too many Chinese students on campus, or I don't know. I personally don't feel that there was actually a huge challenge for me. I just don't think that's a big deal, like culture shock. I mean, cultures are different, but America is just a place that has many different cultures. So I'm just a part of them who is from another cultural background. So I don't actually see it as a challenge.
I like ice water for now.
I feel as if I were talking to any other student. I don't really talk to them in any specific way. I would just talk to them as I would normally. But I think it's really cool how you can learn from their experience and how they can tell you about how different it is from growing up in the US and going to school here. I think it's really cool. Personally, I really like foreign languages and learning new languages. So when I hear them speaking, I feel like I want to learn so I can also talk with them.
It's always the little things that seep into your soul. How can I lie here still awake? Something inside of me is telling me to go. I've been waiting to tell you so. Take me home and make it right. I long to see the light. I'm waiting for a sign, and I don't know if we should part. What does it mean if we give up? How can I still feel this love for all that we've been through? And I don't know what I should say. Is it a time